We're good?
Yeah. Okay. We're live. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, you and me. No one's on yet, but that's
Hello,
okay.
us.
Oh, hi, people.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, I was not paying attention.
And we're recording over here to YouTube. Hi.
Hey, guys.
Post that in a minute.
So, yeah, we're doing, like, Instagram Live right here. We're also filming this for YouTube right here. So, we're going to do the Instagram Live and save it so you can watch on Instagram, but we'll also upload the same video to YouTube where you'll get the same thing.
Yep.
So, hello. I'm going to be doing, every time I'm doing this, it's because I'm trying to read things.
Oh, all the hearts. Thank you. We can see that part. Hi.
Hi. I've got my glass of flat champagne because she's classy.
I just have a can of bubbly hard seltzer.
So, we're here to announce the big road trip.
That's right. We're going big. I've never had a vehicle trip this big before, ever. And we've never been on a big trip like this before.
No, we have not.
Nope.
Our first road trip together, only our second vacation together, besides our small honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're beyond excited.
Yeah.
We actually had this planned before I decided to take this time off. I always intended to work up until Christmas and then leave on this trip, but I decided to take time off starting like a week and a half ago. So I'm having some extra time off, which turned out to be a really good idea because this trip is huge and involved a lot of planning. And so I guess let's explain.
Okay, let's get around to it.
Let's
being around the bush.
Doing.
Say it. Go ahead.
We're getting in a car.
And we're driving across the country.
The whole thing.
Yeah, we're in California.
Yes.
We're
in
all the way to Florida.
We're in Southern California. We are getting in the car.
Mm-hmm.
We are driving to somewhere New Mexico and spending the night there.
Oh, well, yes, there's that part.
And then the second day of the trip, we'll be reaching North Texas, where my family lives. So Alex and I have been a COVID pod of 2, and my family has been a COVID pod, and we've all been tested and everything, tested negative.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to join our pod with my family for New Year's. So we're spending
Yay!
New Year's in North Texas with my parents, sister, and nephew.
Who I get to finally actually meet in person.
We're married and they haven't met in person,
Nope.
only on like FaceTime.
Yep.
I haven't seen
Hi, if you're watching.
my family in 2 years, which is insane. So, first time seeing my family in a long time. I've only met my nephew like twice, and he's a baby, so it's gonna be very exciting and big to spend New Year's there. My best friend also lives in North Texas, and
I have met her.
Another friend of mine as well. So we're gonna do some hi hellos and stuff. To some socially distanced hangouts with my friends, and then I guess I should say we're leaving the day after Christmas. We're leaving on the 26th.
Yes, we're
and
leaving
then
right after Christmas.
Christmas with Alex's family. Then we're leaving. Then we're journeying into North Texas. We will spend
have a family New Year's.
3 days, have a New Year's, And then once we leave North Texas, we'll begin to drive the rest of the way east across the country towards Florida, but we'll be stopping in New Orleans.
Another first time for me. I have never been to any of the states over there. Like I went to Arizona, as far east on the southern rim as I've been.
Yeah, so Alex was like, once we get through Arizona, everything's
new.
So I've actually been to all these places, but New Orleans I've only been once, and it was a few years ago for a work trip. So I was doing work stuff for my job at the time, and so I only had a few days and not so much downtime to spend there. So I did went a little bit, but you know, we're gonna spend the night and then a full 24 hours there, and then leave the next morning and drive the rest of the way.
Yes.
To Disney World.
Ah! We're going! I've never been! Ah!
And I haven't been in like almost 3 years at this point, like 2.5 years. Last time I went to Disney World is when Toy Story Land opened. So, okay, Hannah is saying that she needs to find vegan friendly places that she ate in New Orleans. Tiki bar type of thing. Yes, that's us. That's us. So, yes. A lot of you might know we eat vegan a lot because we have food allergies, so it's a little bit of a necessity, a little bit of a preference, so we're always looking for those type of suggestions. Love the tiki bar idea. We have a lot of it already planned out, but when I asked everybody over Instagram to give suggestions and tips and everything.
Thanks for everyone who helped with that.
First timers and people who haven't been in 2 years. The most overwhelmingly suggested thing is like don't over plan and take your time, which I totally agree with. So we've definitely, this is a special trip under special circumstances, so it requires a fair amount of planning to even leave the house. But we do want to, leave that open so that we're not overscheduled and exhausted. We want to feel, excited and refreshed and not like totally worn out from the trip.
Yeah.
So a lot of people said that. And, even for somebody who's been, Disney World used to be my home park. That's where I went all the time or most often until I moved to Southern California, and obviously, when it was open, we went to Disneyland more. So I kind of have to like look at it again, under a first-timing perspective and somebody who hasn't been in a while, and realize like I also need to calm down and respect that it's your first time and that we can't just like do everything. But a lot of people asked how long we're gonna be there. So we have a 10-day park ticket to Disney World. And I know that they have, or I guess I should say for 2021, they've opened up the park hopper option, but we decided not to do that because of, like you guys said, the over planning aspect, because I think park hopping can be a lot and maybe intimidating and overwhelming for somebody who's been are just going for the first time. And then somebody like me who hasn't been in over 2 years and is going, during COVID and stuff. So we opted against that because we didn't want to feel any extra pressure to feel like, oh God, we paid for the park hopper, so now we have to go to a different park.
We don't want any fear of missing out of anything, just going to enjoy it and absorb.
Yes, and somebody says in 10 days we should be able to do that, and I agree. One of my favorite trips to Disney World, I stayed for 10 days, and I felt like, of course I could have stayed longer, but I felt like this is a good amount of time to feel like we, really got it. And especially since we're having to take extra time now, and the park has, limited hours and stuff like that. So we didn't want to overwhelm ourselves. And somebody has asked on the live, and a lot of people asked previously where we're staying. We're not staying on property.
No, we got an Airbnb. that's very close.
Yes.
And just us. And they have a hot tub.
Yeah. So it's a private condo that we're renting through Airbnb with a hot tub on the patio. And since it's going to be winter, that's going to be really nice. I think, a part of I guess the main reason that we chose to go with Airbnb was for budget reasons.
Mm-hmm.
We are taking a big trip just to get there. I'm taking time off work, as you guys know, giving me anxiety, the anxiety I always have about money, but we're taking baby steps and working through that.
And we will be making videos for YouTube and
Mm-hmm.
Instagram updates throughout the entire trip.
Mm-hmm. So we will be working because we've chosen to do this new YouTube venture,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's going to be part of it. We want to travel more, but we also want to make it a thing on YouTube because that's what we're deciding to do.
We're going all in.
It's going to be a little bit of work, but what we've kind of decided to do in that aspect is since we have a 10-day park pass, I've done a lot of the scheduling because Alex,
I wanted to be surprised.
He doesn't want to know like a lot of details. Like he knows the basics about Disney World, but I figured if I do the scheduling, then we can spend at least 2 days in each park and we can capture his reactions to things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the first day in each park will be kind of us capturing Alex's reactions, because it'll be like the genuine reaction the first time type of thing, and so we wanted that to be genuine and show his excitement, but we also want to then take the rest of that day and like have it for us so that the next time we come back we can do some filming and some other stuff that we have planned. So somebody was saying their daughter was at Magic Kingdom on Tuesday, and
that sounds good. Sounds fun for her.
Did most of the things that she wanted to do. So yeah, and that's what that's what we're hearing a lot is like it's different because you have to wait on lots of experiences that you're maybe not used to waiting for, and things might take longer, but because everything's so well managed and the crowds are lower, that you're actually able to accomplish a lot even with the shortened park hours. And the shortened park hours will force us to relax. Like it'll force us to be home. Like, well, okay, the park's closed, so we'll go back to the Airbnb, get in a hot tub, eat dinner, or chill, upload things to the hard drive, a little bit of work. So I feel like probably most of the videos that we make during the trip will come out after we get home because we don't want to overwhelm this.
There might be some like previews here on Instagram that maybe you'll get fully seen on YouTube later, but we'll get them to you. And that's what I think we'll use Instagram for, is like you'll be there with us in the parks through Instagram, and then later you'll get to see the more like curated, edited videos, and that we'll be able to spend a little bit more time on, and those will come kind of when we get back. So I'm looking through these questions. We've gotten a lot of restaurant suggestions, which I'm excited about the food because at Disney World, there's so many more options than at Disneyland, and there's lots of, Disney's very good with allergy friendly, so I've already made reservations for the stuff that I know is going to work for us, and I have a spreadsheet on my phone of okay, she's so
we're
organized.
at Hollywood Studios and we're hungry. Here's a list of what we can eat and where we can eat and what it is. So what are we looking forward to the most? What are you looking forward to the most as never having been?
Never having been, and the things that I'm already aware of that are there would be, I'm very interested in seeing Pandora. I think
that's something I haven't seen anything like, and I've only seen a little bit of it when we watched the Imagineering thing on Disney Plus, and they showed that, and that was incredible to me. And then food. All the food I can eat, where I can just tell them our allergies, and then they bring me a plate, and I can dig in with zero questions after that. No worries, just this is safe. It's such a relief to eat food that's safe.
Thank you for the hair compliment, by the way.
Oh yeah, it does look good, doesn't it?
Thanks. Yeah, so food is exciting because I do look forward to being able to eat special foods.
Mm-hmm.
I think for this trip, since I haven't been in 2 years, I'm most excited about Mickey's Runaway Railway because I have never been on it.
And
You barely know
I
what it is.
barely know what those words are put together are kind of meaning.
He's never heard that sentence before.
But I have, if it is what I think it is, I think it's about time they should have said thing dedicated to Mickey.
Exactly. And we know it's coming to Disneyland, but,
good.
Obviously not there yet. So other than that, that's probably like the thing I'm most excited about, but I'm also excited that we'll be there on my birthday. And my pick for dinner reservation for my birthday might seem weird because it's nothing like fancy or extraordinary, but for us it's going to be the biggest treat because we're going to Liberty Tree Tavern and we're eating
look at the hearts.
We're eating the allergy-friendly Thanksgiving dinner!
Yeah! Ah!
As you can imagine, like, for people who are allergic to milk, well, he's allergic to milk, I'm allergic to milk, eggs, gluten, nuts, strawberries.
So if you have ever even tried to make any meal or dish that goes into Thanksgiving dinner, you probably are having trouble figuring out how to do that with those allergies, aren't you? It's not an easy thing to do.
You can't just go to grandma's house and like get, because, they're like, oh, would you like a scoop of butter with that? And we're like, no.
Or just the hidden butter that's in almost every meal.
So very, very excited about getting to eat Thanksgiving dinner on my birthday. That was the first reservation that I made. And yes, somebody says Liberty Tree is so good. Mm-hmm.
Good. Thank you.
They just and it's all you can eat, and so they just bring you so much food.
Sounds like a challenge to me.
Not me. My eyes are bigger than my stomach, as they say. And then somebody said Disney Springs, so we figured with Disney Springs, what we'll probably do is on like the day that we go to Animal Kingdom, that closes at 5. Then maybe that evening we'll go spend some time at Disney Springs.
Sounds good to me. Definitely
get it in there somehow. I'll have to look at the restaurant. I looked at the restaurants for all 4 parks, but so thank you for saying Disney Springs because I need to add that to my fridge.
I wasn't originally planning on saying this, but this food topic brought it up to my attention. It's going to be something coming to YouTube, so Instagram, if you feel like checking it out eventually. While I'm there, I'm checking all the menus of all the restaurants we have and things that we can't eat. I'm going to be making a list to try and make vegan, gluten-free versions as close as I can and make the videos or the how-to videos for YouTube and show you how I come close with the ingredients and the style. So I hope that works and I hope you guys like it and see what happens.
You're gonna do that?
That's what I'm gonna do. Because I do see some stuff on Instagram and the pictures people take of the food that's there, and I'm like, that looks amazing. And I read what it is, I'm like, I can't eat that. But maybe if I make it at home, we all can get a little taste.
Now that's what I'm most excited about. Okay, changed my answer.
Well, a whole new reason to come back home and be excited to come home.
That's right, because we'll be sad to come home. So some other like tips and advice that we got is take some time to sit at the hub in the Magic Kingdom and just soak it all in.
Okay. That's actually really good advice to take a moment and actually just absorb, because obviously you can get overwhelmed when you're going to a place like that and just, be rubbernecking it from side to side, not able to even focus. But
And I get so excited, I forget to calm down, and I'll run from thing to thing, and where,
There won't be any running on that trip, probably.
Oh, and somebody says they have a dairy allergy too, so
Oh,
they're
nice.
in for this, okay? And then and then somebody said, which I think is a good idea, if we find ourselves having time constraints, to start with the things that we don't have here at Disneyland.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that.
There, and like I said, and I think they said too, there's a few exceptions, like Space Mountain we have here and there, but they're pretty different. I mean,
What?
in my opinion, you'll see. You'll see.
What?
You'll see. And you know what
But
I'm
I
talking.
love
Like
Space
if you know,
Mountain.
you know what I'm talking about. It's
Different?
We'll share
I
his
guess
reaction
I'll
to
see
that. Definitely, we'll go
very soon.
We'll go on Space Mountain, and then we'll see what he thinks. Because I know and I'm not going to say it because
We'll talk about it and we'll take
right
all
here.
that. Yep.
But I'm like, if you know, then you know. We'll get reaction to come. Somebody has recommended Adidas Ultra Boost shoes. Okay, for comfort. Gotta think of comfy shoes because we are going to be walking around, which we're used to doing at Disneyland, but like the scope is totally different. Like the size, I think he's gonna be just amazed by the sheer size difference. Because we walk around Disneyland all day, like
we did.
Yeah, well, we did. No, we're the only ones that they let in now, and we just walk around all day now.
Not true.
Yes, emergency ponchos, check, because I've saved all the ones that I've gotten on previous trips.
Those poncho emergencies, they happen.
They happen in Florida. And then...
What about crocodiles? Should we do anything about the emergency crocodiles?
Is it too soon to tell him?
Florida, right?
Well, no, you won't have to. You won't have to worry about it on property, dear.
They all tick, right? Like on Peter Pan. So when they're coming, they all tick, right?
Okay, we'll talk about this later.
They don't have crocodiles at our zoo. I'm not familiar.
But anyway, I think it's alligators, right? Not crocodiles. Or is it both? I know my parents used to live in Miami, and I know that they had them in the
Florida. Anybody?
anyone Florida crocodile?
I really don't know. I know they're different. I don't know where they're located.
Rain showers always expected in Florida. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I have been to Disney World a few times in the winter, so somebody also suggested wearing layers, which is a good tip. Gators in Florida.
Okay.
Because the Gators is a sports ball team.
Thank you.
So clearly Emily is, needs to do some research on Florida. I know about Disney World, and then what else is there? Also,
well, besides what else is there, I know it's a little bit weird to say, but we're not only going to the Magic Kingdom while we're there. We will be hitting those other themed parks over there.
Oh, we're going to Universal too.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh my God. See, so many things I'm already forgetting. We're going to Universal just one day because personally, I think having been there before, I think we can cover what we want to do there in one day.
I mostly just want to see the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Level.
That's my bag.
So,
I'm bringing my wand, and yes, I already own one.
Yeah, he has one of the interactive ones from Universal Hollywood.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is his main interest, and he loves Universal Hollywood Hogsmeade. So like Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley at Orlando is gonna blow his mind.
I'm ready for it.
Yes.
I'm ready. I maybe I'm not, but I think I'm ready.
Oh, Susan is in Southern Florida, so she knows about them gators, and she's going to Disney World
for New Year's. I've always kind of wanted to do that because everybody's like, "What are you doing for New Year's?" And I'm like, I don't know, probably sitting at home.
Well, just your parents' home.
Yeah, now we're going to parents' home. So, I'm looking through some of these things to make sure I hit everybody's.
Are we Marvel fans? I am, and I've gotten her to appreciate some of the Marvel stuff.
No, like, pre-Alex, I had only seen Doctor Strange and Guardians of the Galaxy and love Guardians. And I saw Black Panther.
Okay.
But he got me to watch all of the movies that I said I was never going to watch because they're about superheroes. And I just hate Captain America. But I was wrong. I was so wrong. I was so stubbornly, like, against it. And then when I started watching them, I was like, oh, man. It's like a historical drama superhero movie. Like,
and how can you not appreciate the guy who's if you guys haven't heard, which if you're Disney Marvel fans you may not know, or Pixar fans, Captain America actor is going to be playing Buzz Lightyear in the upcoming Lightyear movie.
This is where I get all my movie. Like, I'm on like parks and fashion and like accessories and all that stuff. He updates all the movies, TVs, Disney Plus. Like, he's always
entertainment news. I just get it.
He takes care of that part and informs me. I know I am so excited that that my parents are finally gonna get to meet my husband because we're married, and we have to prove it now. Like, this ring proves it. All right. So yeah, I know, who let us get married.
It worked just like this. We were at this table in our home. We did it.
Oh, okay. So, in your opinion, Alex, which is better? The release timeline for Marvel movies or the order? You know, like the release order or the sequential
actual
order.
A physical timeline that they're I'm assuming you mean to view them in. To be honest, I have never actually done the marathon from chronological order. I've done that with The Godfather, which is weird, totally separate. But I haven't done it with the Marvel movies yet because it is about a 30-hour adventure. But maybe later, after we come back, I'll spend some time doing that.
How did you make me watch it?
I hid the remote.
No.
Wouldn't let her change the channel. In what order did I have her watch them in? Would have been released chronological order. We started with Iron Man.
Okay, that's the order I saw, and I will tell you, I forced him to skip some. Like, we started watching like the first.
She wouldn't let me watch the Spider-Man movies with her. She wouldn't do it.
I can't.
She won't.
I can't. I'm getting there with Spider-Man.
Maybe one day. But...
and then there were a few that I was just like, I can't watch this. It's so boring. But I think the ones that I thought were kind of boring were the ones that generally everybody kind of would agree.
Maybe she wasn't, and might be in a popular agreement online of big fans of maybe Iron Man 3 and Thor 2.
Oh, okay. She said it's a good... Okay, you highly recommend watching them in timeline order because it's... Yeah, because they add things in that you wouldn't have maybe noticed.
Okay.
Originally when they released it.
I can appreciate that. They always have like so many Easter eggs. So many Easter eggs. I sometimes get things online that'll be like a news thing like, did you see this? I'm like, no, I didn't. I'll have to go back and rewatch it. Like, I did see that Ant-Man error in Endgame where he's somehow Giant Man running with the people, but also he's in the van with the whatever her name is right now. I can't think of it. Wasp.
I don't know. I fell asleep.
Good, we get to watch it again.
No, just now when you were talking.
Good, we get to watch it again.
It does depend on your level of interest. Yeah, it does. And because there's some of the new stuff that's coming out he's interested in, and I'm just not, and that's okay. What park are we going to first? Well,
I don't know.
He doesn't know, but I don't think I'm gonna have to tell him eventually, right?
I don't think that's as big of a shock. Like, I'm aware that I can know the
there
order.
Are 4 different,
yeah.
First we're going to Epcot because they open at 11, and so I figured if we're driving all day and then we're gonna get to our Airbnb at like 7 p.m. and we're gonna want to like unwind and chill out and not have a super early morning, I thought Epcot was the best way to go because we don't have to like rush to get. Do you prefer World or Land?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. I prefer Disney World. Disneyland is fantastic. It's an hour and a half away, which is great. And I think there's lots of things about Disneyland that I love. There's a certain ambiance there. There's like a kind of authenticity. I love history. I have a degree in art history, so like the history, the association with Walt Disney, actually being there and working there and living there, and I think makes it really special. But as far as just like going off like my goof, like Disney World gets me going.
Okay.
I love all the different parks. I love all the options. I love all the resorts, the restaurants, everything about it, just the sheer size and volume.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Hi. Okay, so the Disney by the numbers guys, I met a long time ago, like right when I started my shop, and I made them a special pair. I made Tony a special pair of light up Buzz Lightyear ears like all this time, and he's saying that he still has them, which is super cool. Yeah, these guys I met like
way to maintain them.
Probably like 5 years ago, and they were just like so welcoming and like welcome me as part of the Disney community, and I was just like nobody. I was just like, hi, I'm here, like pay attention. I don't know. and they were so nice. And yeah, it's been a long time. So, yeah, and I have Tony's book, and they have a podcast, and I actually like talked on their podcast once. Yeah, they're really so nice and
That's
so
very
welcoming
cool.
and so inclusive. And like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like, hey, everybody, you should care. And you know what? Some people did.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys. What made you decide to move to California? Well,
it wasn't me.
Alex, what made you decide to move to California? I'm just kidding. He
I
was born
here. California. Full time.
Honestly, because I had started my shop and had success with my shop. I had been working, I had quit my job, and I'd been working from home doing the shop full time for about 2 years at that point. And I was just like, you know what? I can live anywhere I want and do this. And I said, I'm going to live in California for a year. I said, I'm going to go and I'm going to live right next to Disneyland for a year, maybe 2, and like just have that life, because I had the opportunity to do it. And then, here we are.
Life happened.
I met Alex, and yeah, I mean, our relationship progressed pretty quick. After 6 months, I moved in here with him. Right now, we live right outside of Palm Springs, which is like, I don't know, everybody knows Coachella,
That's what I have to like relate it to. I'm like, it's near Coachella. So yeah, we live here now. But yeah, so that's why I moved, Mickey. Why I stayed, Alex.
And now we're going to Florida.
And now we're going to Florida.
But we're gonna come back.
We'll come back. Although
we're gonna come back.
I've caught this guy looking at real estate before, just saying.
Right. There's no immediate.
Do we go to Joshua Tree sometimes? We've only been together once.
That's right, just once.
With Rebecca, and we went at like sunset and at night and saw the stars. That was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful there. I've been a few times for a previous job that I had. I briefly worked for a Native American tribe here in the desert. So I went like on a bighorn sheep capture in Joshua Tree once, which was like really cool. But yeah, Joshua Tree is amazing, and we haven't we've only begun to explore it. So we really do when we get back from our trip, we're gonna spend a lot of time doing a lot of stuff locally, and filming and showing you guys and researching and learning. Because one of the things I'm most excited about is actually using my art history degree again to research things. So everywhere we go, I'm going to research things. I'm going to research their connection to Disney, if there is one, and research the history and find a way to make it magical. For instance, I'm so excited about New Orleans because we have anyway,
more on that to come.
But super excited about getting in there and doing research again, because I love it. I'm very curious about these things. And then Erica is asking, what are we most excited to see at Disney World? Where we said before, but we'll say again.
My answer was Pandora, because I know a little bit about that, followed by eating all the food I could possibly, maybe impossibly eat.
And mine was Mickey's Runaway Railway, because I haven't been since that opened. And also my birthday dinner reservation at Liberty Tree Tavern to eat allergy-friendly Thanksgiving dinner. And yes, we are going to vlog our trip. So this is the cat's doing something weird. This is kind of our big jump into this. And no, Erica, you're fine. No worries. So this is our big jump into saying we're in this, we're doing this, we're ready to do this YouTube thing, and
that's right.
yeah. So we're just commit, because we had already decided we were going to go to Disney World for our honeymoon at some point.
So, it could be a multiple reason trip.
Yes, Pandora is awesome. Animal Kingdom is unlike anything. And so, when people ask if I liked Land or World better, I mean, I feel World, because, Animal Kingdom is unlike anything you can find here. Epcot is unlike anything. Well, not anything. I mean, they have some of the same rides as but I mean, it's just.
I will learn all about
it's
different.
Just yeah. So, yes, and Runaway Railway is very hard to say.
5 times fast.
Runaway
Railway. I can't even say it once.
I mean, Runaway Railway.
Runaway Railway.
It's very hard to say. And then somebody said make sure that you get your first timer button.
Right there on the chest.
And then somebody also said that we can get the just married one, because we haven't, since we got married, Disneyland has been closed, obviously. So
we'll be. Yeah, that'll work. I can do that.
And yeah, Epcot still has a lot of construction. So, but
we'll roll with it.
it happens here too. You know, at Disneyland, there's walls up, you know, in half of DCA right now. So, yeah, you just gotta roll with it and know that, you know, just we'll come back because, you know, there's things that aren't going to be open yet when we get there. And I'm actually excited that Spaceship Earth is like still open now because I didn't think that it would be. What color will my hair be? I don't know. Honestly, I think it'll be like, I think I'll just refresh this color. I'll put more red in it, so it'll be red, kind of like when I first dyed it. And red is the laziest color.
Yes.
As we've said.
So yes, we have said that it is the laziest color.
It fades and washes out really fast, but I like it when it fades to this kind of like ombre pink. So I'll probably just do this again because it'll be easy, because that's honestly what I have.
It's cute
right now, and yeah, so, you know, we don't have a whole lot of time for hair before we leave, so.
And I'm not worrying about mine too much, so I have these great hats. Well, this great hat, and I have some other hats.
Yeah, the happily ever after is the newlyweds.
The pin.
Yeah, pin. So, yeah, we're excited. I'm excited about the whole process, the whole thing. Oh, the one thing that's going to be kind of, I don't know if I use any negative words here. Challenging. Oh, that's a negative word. Okay, so the pets. We have a dog and a cat. My dog is elderly, but he loves his Grammy, which is my mom. So, like I said, we're stopping in Texas. So Elvis is going to come with us on the way. And when we get to Texas, we're going to leave him there. We're going to say bye-bye, see you later. And then we're going to go on vacation. And Grammy's going to watch the dog. And then, so, like, we also, for some reason, have a cat.
Some reason.
She's darling. I swear I love her. She's a lot.
It's important. She loves the cat.
So the cat's actually coming with us for the first leg of the journey, and then we'll be staying at my sister's house.
Thanks.
While we're at vacation. So I think the only thing that's going to be kind of like touch and go is going to be driving to Arizona with the pets, and then driving from Arizona to Texas with the pets. And then we're going to have to repeat that on the way back because we'll have to pick them up, I think. I don't know, I might just leave them there. We have to pick them up and then, like, bring them back too. So Elvis used to be really good in the car. He's older now. He gets confused. He has dementia. He's blind, and he's, you know.
Very sweet.
He's such a sweetheart. Sort of sometimes. He hates me now. It's fine. So, yeah, it's a little different now. He's not as gung-ho about things. And the cat, well, you know, she likes everything too much.
And she's very vocal.
Yeah, so it's going to be, like, 2 days of a cat screaming at us. And we're going to, like, spare you and try not to film those parts. I might put it on Instagram just so you can, like, get a taste. And then, like, never watch our channel again. Okay, so somebody's asked again where we're staying. We're actually staying off property at an Airbnb, like 8 minutes from.
So close, very close.
Animal Kingdom. I'm like, oh, I don't know. So we're close to property. And the reason we decided to do that is just to save on the budget so we could spend more time there and spend more time, like, having experiences and, you know, than just paying for the hotel room, because we know Disney property is a lot more expensive, and we will have our own car so we can drive and park and stuff like that. So, and plus the Airbnb will have a washer and dryer, and since we're going to be there.
And a kitchen.
And a full kitchen, which is good for our allergies because we can make our own meals, like, for breakfast and not spend money on it and all that. And then, hold on, sorry. I'm trying to read a comment before it goes away.
That's because it's blue.
Emily wants to know. Oh, that's right, because Erica has a daughter named Emily,
and my sister's name is Erica.
You can't tell as much from my dark hair, but it's a little bit blue.
Why is Alex's hair not pink like mine? It's blue. It's dark blue. It needs to be
redone.
Redone for sure. We'll do that. Before hey Viv. Yes, she'll be living vicariously through the trip. I know someday we need to like get there together, like me, you, and Katie. A kitty sedative for traveling, a mild relaxer that's safe. Yes. So we definitely have something like that. And
is whiskey okay? Just kidding. Never gonna do that. That was totally a joke. No one take me seriously. Would never give my cat alcohol.
She just likes a stiff cocktail, but she's fine. Yeah, a mild sedative. We're gonna try, just little by little, and see how that goes, and hopefully, she'll be okay. Yeah, so on property, because kitchen, washer, dryer, and since we're going to be there for 10 days and we're going to have masks and wearing masks all day and have, masks that we're switching out, so we'll have a lot of stuff we want to keep clean. So having the washer and dryer was a big plus.
Also, when you're going to have access to washer and dryer, you don't have to pack as much when you know you can wash it.
Mm-hmm.
So it saves on the space.
We're each kind of bringing like a capsule wardrobe with us, so... Because we're going to have a lot in this car, okay? Like cat, dog, cat stuff, dog stuff.
Person stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Maybe my sanity in there somewhere. I don't know.
No room.
So, yeah. And then hot tub. The Airbnb has a hot tub
so
on the
after
balcony,
walk
porch
in
thing.
all day, get to relax and soak and put the nice jets on the feet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Gonna put my little tootsies in there. You can buy that at Disney World.
Sanity?
Oh, that does make sense. I find my sanity there quite often, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get in the queue for it right away.
Yeah. Any other plans for places to see while on the road trip? Well, like I said, we're definitely going to New Orleans for that day.
I did just download a app that gives you places to see while you're road tripping, and so I'm going to be doing some of the local curio kind of stops or sightseeing things that would be open at this time in our lives.
Like the world's largest ball of twine.
If that's on the way. I think that's a bit north.
Okay.
But if there's a world's largest something on the way, we're going to see it.
But the only thing is that on the way there to Texas, Alex, what's the name of that app?
Road Tripper.
The only thing is on the way there to Texas, we will have the animals. So there were some things that we would have liked to stop. Like we would have liked to stop at the Grand Canyon, but I'm not going to do that to those little poor animals. So I'm just being like, well,
Grand Canyon.
You coming with us or not? So we kind of have to make that expeditious. That part of the journey.
After the
so
pets.
After we kick the pets out, I will find some stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see. Nothing planned necessarily along the way besides New Orleans, but the best things sometimes aren't planned. So
who knows? Might just find a beautiful area with a great sunset or sunrise if we're up that early, and we'll get that.
Oh, we'll be up that early.
Yeah, walking the dog.
So yeah, we're trying to maintain our routine as much as we can as well, which means waking up and working out at least 20 minutes in the morning, and then so we'll also have workout clothes to wash and stuff. So
definitely wash those.
Yeah, washer and dryer was important for this trip, but staying on property does have lots of magic, and we'll do that someday when we're able to fly there and
Do all the hoopla.
Do all the hoopla. But, you know, this time we're just going for a little bit of hoopla. And it's just going to be a lot of hoopla.
It's going to be a lot of hoopla. Like, the fact that we're even cutting down on hoopla, I'm like, how do we cut down? There's still so much hoopla.
I know.
I think I've never said hoopla that many times in one
I don't think
conversation.
It's a word I've ever used before. Anyway, that's the gist of it.
Yeah.
That's the trip. It's happening. We're leaving the 26th. We're going to, I don't know, like Albuquerque or something, and just staying the night where we can.
Make it left to Albuquerque.
And then we're going to travel on to Texas and stay there until New Year's Day. And then we'll leave Texas New Year's Day to drive to New Orleans, where we will stay that night and all of the next day. And then the next morning on the 3rd, January 3rd, we will drive from New Orleans to Disney World. And then we will be there for...
Disney. Is that 10?
We'll actually be there for 11 days because one of those days we're going to Universal.
That's right.
And then
and after Universal, I think we're coming home.
Then I fell asleep, sorry. And then after that we'll drive back, and then we'll stop at some midpoint in like Jackson, Mississippi or something for the midpoint back to Texas, where we will stop and pick up the animals and spend the night and day with my family again, and then we'll drive to something, New Mexico, and sleep there, and then we'll drive home and sleep forever. And then I have to get back to work in the shop shortly after that, but for now let's you can use hoopla as your trip hashtag. Yeah.
Hashtag hoopla.
It's gonna be. Oh, sorry, I'm shaking the table, which the phone is. It's gonna be.
Earthquake.
Yeah.
Special effects.
So it's a hoopla.
It is.
It's a road tripping cross country hoopla. Got new tires for the car.
Got a new roof rack carrier.
Luggage carrier.
Thing. Got a net to keep the cat in the back seat and not in the front seat, so she can like not be
We're
like
taking
screaming all
bets
the time
on
like she
how long it takes the cat to tear that net down and claw through it. And
I don't think we'll make it to Arizona, and it's pretty close.
That cat's gonna be hanging from that net.
Like those whole like Garfield things.
Yeah, that like it's gonna be real.
Oh yeah.
No.
We'll take a picture if it happens.
We're gonna have to pull over, and I'm gonna have to like peel this gently off.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
so much fun. I'll take it.
So yeah. Anyway, that's about it.
That is it. Yeah. All of that is it.
Well, you know, much more to come, but we wanted to share the excitement with you guys. Thanks for the good tips. Keep them coming.
Yes, thank you.
You know, let us know your favorite like allergy friendly spot if we haven't already.
And if you are an allergy person or not, I will be willing to take some suggestions on things you'd like to see, and I can take like the most popular things and be like, okay, well, I'll show those first.
Like the things that you're not able to eat and you really want to. Yes. And things
don't
for
feel
the
limited.
wishes.
I'll do pretty well. I can do stuff. Like, don't worry if it doesn't sound like something you could normally picture.
I ask him to make stuff all the time, and he's like, sure. Ooh, Wine Bar George. I actually have not been there yet because I don't think I've been there since it opened. So
Wine Bar George.
That Disney spot.
Oh, that's the name of it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I was like, I didn't understand that. I'm like, that's our cat's name, George. I'm like, what?
It is. George is the cat's name. Georgina.
Like, that's not the sedative idea, right?
Oh. Just take George to the wine bar. She will be
a cat nap right after.
Fine. Okay.
Great
She
for
said it's
allergies.
good for allergies.
Okay.
Not disclaimer, not for cats. Good for allergies, not for cats. Okay, got it. Understood.
That's cleared. Cleared up. Got it.
Alex is dying to get this cat drunk.
I'm dying to get to this trip.
I know, I'm so excited. We have one more weekish. I don't know. We have so much to do before.
Isn't it weird that like we're doing all this huge trip and like we're like, oh yeah, we just gotta get through that, that Christmas thing, and then we're gonna be on our trip.
I know, like we don't even care about Christmas anymore.
Some. I still like Christmas.
It's fine.
I like it with you.
Oh.
Aw.
Cute. I didn't get you anything. Oh wait, yeah, I did. I got you a trip to Disney World. All right, well, we'll let you go get on with your Friday evening, and
Thanks for watching.
thanks for being excited with us.
Send me your ideas. If you want to have any other suggestions, we're happy to take them and take a look at them. And stay tuned, I guess.
See you real soon.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.